Hello, welcome to my channel, dynamitechillies.com. Just thought of that a few seconds before I press the record button. Just give you guys an update on my garden, what's been going on. There's been lots of changes. It's been about 5, maybe 6 weeks since the last on my last VT. These are the last of the chilies that I need to repot. I normally take them out a bit earlier, but I've been struggling for time, so they're still here. There's the heating cable that was running through my 4 trays. Forgive me for the noise that you're probably about to hear at some point during the video. My girls are out in full effect in the garden. So you'll probably hear lots of screaming, shouting, and maybe a bit of crying. So like I say, these are the last to go out. Everything else is out in the polytunnel already. Sweetcorn's out of here. All my butternut squash, all that sort of stuff's out. Just need to give it a bit of a clean. I've had a bit of a clean out in this greenhouse because on my last videos there was loads of old plants. It was full of old plants, dead plants. And I now really just use it to store my watering cans. And these pots need to go in the shed and whatnot. Okay. This is where I'm going to be doing, oh gosh, I walked into a cobweb. Going to be doing, well, strawberries were staying here. They're from last year, didn't do nothing to them, they just started to grow again. Hopefully at the back there I'll have some cucumbers. And then here there's about, I think there's 4 different types of tomatoes. Pretty standard really. Oh, I've got a tomato. Oh, I've got a few tomatoes. I don't really pay much attention to these plants. I do a little bit of pruning and watering, that's it. I haven't as yet given them any tomato feed. I think they're able to be in these grow bags for probably a month at least before you need to start using your own feed. Got some stragglers here, aubergines. I probably will plant them out into the garden, but I'm not really bothered too much about those because I've got quite a lot in the garden already. And here's some more chilli plants that need to go out. Well, need to go into the polytunnel, but I'll perhaps do that next week, Monday. Today is Sunday, the 10th or 11th. I wouldn't normally put these on here, but these are my raspberries. Again, I've done nothing with these. They really need chopping right back. I was going to do it this year, but I've not had time. I'm going to chop them all right back, the raspberries and the blackberries, which are behind, and just start again really. Okay, next door to that I have since built a fence with some wire, chicken wire going around it, because my crops were being eaten, and I thought it was because of my next door neighbour who has a bit of a forest going on in their garden. I thought rabbits were coming through the fence, but after observing for a while I kept on seeing pigeons. Right, can you go please and film it? Yeah, I've been noticing pigeons eating my crops, so I've had to put netting down at the back there. So these are my broad beans. which have been attacked by black fly. And I've found a very effective way of getting rid of the black fly. So once every 2 or 3 days I come with my little watering gun and literally just squirt high pressured water onto the black fly and they just come off. But there's some black fly on there, you probably can't see it. There you go. But I'll come back in tomorrow and just squirt them off, and that seems to be okay. Now these are my barlotto beans, which in the first video I did, they weren't looking too good, but as you can see now they're doing pretty well. These are also being attacked by black fly, but like I say, I'll come back tomorrow and just squirt them off, or I might even do it after this video. No problem. Sorry for the fingers. Right, now these are the dwarf beans. Now there's 2 rows here now, because just stand up a bit, because when I originally planted the ones on the right hand side, the lighter coloured beans, they looked very worse for wear. I thought they were dying. Most of the leaves had dropped off, just really leaving the stalk. So I then planted some more, sowed some more dwarf bean seeds, because I thought these weren't going to make it. And by the time these on the left now, that I put in about 8 days ago, 9 days ago, they're doing alright, and they're actually catching up the ones on the right hand side. But the ones on the right hand side have actually come out alright now. I've since done some research and found that they don't like to be transplanted, dwarf beans, and I think that's what it was. As soon as I transplanted them, they just went from good to bad, basically. But they're looking really well now. Okay, moving on. If you've seen my other videos, you would have seen how small these were, but these are my cauliflowers, which I will have to cover soon, because I don't want no butterflies laying eggs in there and eating the cauliflower, but I think I've got a little while yet. And it also needs weeding. Funny enough, I've only grown carrots in one part of my garden ever, and I've been here 7 years, but potatoes seem to pop up in all sorts of places that I've never planted potatoes before, so I don't know how that happens. But I believe that's potato there, next to the cauliflower. So it does need weeding pretty bad in this area, but again, I'll do that tomorrow. I've got a free day tomorrow. Next to the cauliflower you have broccoli. I've grown broccoli before, wasn't very successful. Hopefully this will be better. What you can see here, definitely need to cover them, because I think the birds have been in there again. Pigeons eating my crops. Okay, over here again I've covered it, so you can't really see it too well, but it's Brussels sprouts mostly underneath here, and over there it's aubergines. Here we have sugar snap peas, intertwining with my old fence that I've put in. They're doing really well. I had a spare tomato plant. I told you about my kids, they're a bloody nightmare. Yeah, I had a spare tomato plant, I've just thrown it in there. Okay. Again, more weeding he's doing here, but here are some onions. You can't really see them in the video, but they're there. See if I can zoom in. lot of weeding he's doing there. Under this section I have, again you can't see it properly because I've covered it, but I've got swede. They've actually started to come up now actually. They've been quite slow. They've been in the ground for maybe 3 weeks. They've now just started to grow. Back there, aubergines. Grew aubergines last year. The plants were half this size, like when they were producing fruit. So hopefully these will be slightly bigger aubergines than I got last year. Last year they were an average size, but hopefully because of the size of these plants they'll be a lot bigger. Here we have some courgettes which I got from the in-laws. There's 4 courgettes there. Not the fruit, but just the plants at the moment. Here we have runner beans. I was supposed to put some more support in for them to climb, but actually they're doing alright, so I'll just leave them now. These have not flowered as yet, but I think they are going to very soon. Behind them are how many different types of cabbages? 3 different types of cabbages. That's one set there. If you want to know what they are, she'll have a look at the label. Pointed sweethearts. These ones. Right, I'm running out of video space, so I shall cut here and do another video because I'm not doing it all over again. So I'll do another video which will follow this one. Okay, that's it for now. I'll try and put in a link.